No, you're not misreading this either. YouTube is now going to use AI to determine your age based on the videos you watch, and it might stop you from watching certain content too. We'll go to the official YouTube blog post now. I have it on Twitter here. It says, "We will use AI to interpret a variety of signals that help us to determine whether a user is over or under 18. Now, these signals includes the type of videos a user is searching for, the category of videos they have watched, or the longevity of the account. Now, when the system identifies a teen user, they say they will automatically apply the age-appropriate experiences and protections, including disabling personalized advertising, which is probably a good thing, but again, we'll get to this later. Turning on digital well-being tools, that's not a great thing for certain reasons, and adding safeguards to recommendations, including limiting repetitive views of some kinds of content. Now, if the system incorrectly estimates a user to be under 18, you will have to verify that you are over 18 by using a credit card or government ID. And they will only allow users that have been inferred or verified as over 18 to view age restricted content that may be inappropriate for young viewers. Now, that's what the official blog says. We're going to go back to the CBS article here, and we're going to get into that later. They're saying basically, if you watch or search for certain videos, they will determine your age and they will limit what you can and can't see on their website based on what they think you might be age wise. And the only way to really stop that, if they think you are younger, if you watch content that would make you seem younger than you are, you have to use a credit card or a government ID to confirm that you are 18 or older. That is significant overreach by the part of YouTube and at this point, Google, who won't make an official statement, neither will Alphabet, the owner of Google and YouTube. But this is massive overreach. This is massive privacy invasion, and it's certainly not something that you want to see happen on the internet, considering all the laws that are being passed in the UK right now with the protect the children, needing ID to use basically the internet, use anything like Spotify. I saw Spotify was actually limited on certain things. We'll actually go back here on this post on my bookmarks. Spotify needs you to confirm you are 18. Now, this might be fake. I'm going to act like it's real because it's good for the narrative. But the point being, this is a bad precedent we're setting now that YouTube is going to use AI to try to determine your age. And we can all see past this smoke and mirrors. I'm going to put the tinfoil cap on for a second. This is going to be used far more than just determining your age. It's going to be used to determine your content. It's going to be used to determine you as a person, you earlier on as a person, some way for the government probably to tell who you are or have a file on you early to see what type of videos you watch, see if you might be at risk or see if you might be someone they don't like, right? Because later on in this article, they actually talk about how they are using AI to identify and remove content it considers harmful. Although since Trump took office in January, they are trying to emphasize freedom of expression. So this use of AI to determine your age is certainly not going to be wholesome or positive. It's going to be malicious. There's going to be a malicious outcome of this because YouTube can be bought, they can be politicized, and they can be swayed based on who's currently in power or who's putting a lot of pressure on them. And another example of this, a good one, is the Australian organization. I kind of forget the name at this point now, but it is contacting like the payment processors like Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and having them remove games or threaten Steam, Itch.io, and other sites to remove games that have sexual content, explicit nature, or potentially graphic scenes, maybe not even the sexually way, like the sexual way, but like horror, gore, things that affect women or children. Like, for instance, Grand Theft Auto could be affected. This could be a sign to tell that GTA, or like, again, they actually try to go after GTA and Detroit Become Human, but any games that have children's welfare not being completely safe, any game where women's health or like welfare is not completely assured or safe, that could be something like a target. But off topic there, this YouTube AI overview is certainly, in my opinion, going to be something that it will be weaponized against users eventually. And it comes in the light of YouTube saying they're going to fight AI. They're going to attack AI content and limit monetization there. Instead, they're just going to use it now to basically police what we watch, when we watch, and determine if they think we are over the age of 18 or not. It's a scary idea that YouTube has such power now that they could just put this in. And again, as I said, they put it in February and they're only testing it on a few people. But it's a scary idea to think that majority of like YouTube users can be limited from what they see based on what YouTube might not want them to see at that point. Because YouTube could just put someone in they don't like and say, don't advertise, I don't know, fucking PewDiePie or Hassan or Ludwig or Valkyrie. Don't advertise them to people and they'll be done for that. It seems like that could be a method, like a means to an end for certain political people too. Like if like a president were to contact YouTube and say, we don't like this guy, make sure he's not pushing the algorithm, use your AI to censor him, that could be a real threat now. This could be a real threat of censoring people's speech, people's accessibility to speech and a audience pool that they might have or could have. It's always a net negative. And for instance, why it really is a scary thing is because YouTube is the most popular social media app amongst teens. 90% of teens from 13 to 17 say they used YouTube last year. And that's obvious because YouTube is the most popular app potentially ever. No joke, it has got the most traffic of any app of all time. 63% of 13 to 7-year-olds last year said they used TikTok. That is a large scale difference. That's 37% difference. So YouTube is easily the most trafficked site. And now they're using AI to regulate the content in this way or determine your age. It's a scary idea. It's going to be used for censorship. It's going to be used for bad things. And now we just have to trust that YouTube, that a political, like the government, doesn't try to step in and use this in a weaponized way to push a narrative and only a narrative, limiting free speech, limiting expression, and what, as we know it, trying to police people more and more every day. But that's kind of my thoughts on this. It's wild. We can't do anything about this either. It's so wild. Anyways, hope everyone has a great day. Bye bye.